Assassin's Creed Nexus VR is finally here. I was lucky to get an early access to this game thanks to my partnership with Meta and Ubisoft for this video, and I've been playing it on my Quest 3 for about a week now. Nexus is a fully fledged Assassin's Creed game made exclusively for VR, and I'm blown away by the quality of this game. There was definitely some kind of black magic involved in making Assassin's Creed work on a standalone Quest headset. So far, I've had an amazing time living the Assassin's life. So what should you expect from Assassin's Creed Nexus VR? The first thing that will strike you is the massive size of the gaming map. So far, this is the closest to the open world that I've experienced in a single-player VR RPG. Just look at the size of this map. Everything that's in color is where you actually can go and climb. Everything in gray is beyond the Nexus, but this map is freaking enormous. You can go pretty much anywhere you want within the maps. Wow. This is amazing. And interact with all the citizens. Hey, give me that. That looks good too.
Hello there. What? Hey, that's not yours.
They really bring the city to life. Although, so far the main interaction with regular people is violence.
Whoa, I'm terribly sorry. Watch it. What are you doing?
And it's quite difficult to resist punching someone in the face here.
Have you got anything else? Get off of me!
It kind of has a punchable
Is this
face.
all you've got? Whoa! What the?
Sorry.
Please don't hurt me. You guards!
There are no guards in here. All the characters walking around and going by their day made the city feel busy and alive. Hey you, where are you going?
Oh, what the?
Have you been injured?
I'm okay. However, it's still not a true open world map because all the maps you're entering are basically memories from the Nexus, so each map has its limits, and if you try to go beyond it, you will see that the memories start to fade out and the game will not let you move any further. So while the map is huge, it is still not an open world, and you are placed on the map with a specific mission.
For the betterment of us all. Let's leave it at that.
Throughout the game, you will play as three of the series' most beloved heroes, Ezio Auditore, Connor, and Cassandra, and you will be set in enormous maps, and once you have completed the mission, you will be pulled back out of the Nexus and into your next mission. I will not spoil the storyline of Nexus, but I will just say that story-driven VR RPGs with the elements of strategy and forward thinking is definitely a very underappreciated genre, which happens to be my favorite, and I am so happy that yet another game like this one has come to Quest, especially made by the giant of game publishing like Ubisoft. Nice. This really makes me feel like I'm a master assassin. Still, there's much more to do in the game than just the linear progression throughout the missions. Once you've gotten acquainted with the city, the next best thing you'll discover is parkour. This is without a doubt the most satisfying parkour that I've ever experienced in a VR game. You can climb walls, jump across rooftops, and even climb to the highest point of the city and perform a leap of faith, which is basically jumping into this haystack and hide from guards. Essentially, if you can see it, you can climb it. And in that regard, it makes Nexus so similar to the previous flat-screen versions of the game. Completing those amazing free runs is just so satisfying. And while the tricks and the animations of the parkour look pretty complicated, the parkour mechanics in the game is actually pretty simple. Almost too simple, if I'm being honest. All you need to do is hold the A button as you're running towards the end of the building or the wall, and as you're holding it, it will activate the parkour mode, and your character will jump and perform different parkour tricks automatically. Besides holding the A button, occasionally you will also need to lift yourself with your arms or climb ropes, and everything you can grab will be highlighted with the grip points. I disabled pretty much all comfort settings, and the game can get pretty intense with all the dynamic motions, but there are so many comfort and accessibility options that you can even play the entire game without climbing. Or you can even enable this grid mode that will help people who have fear of heights. The accessibility features are some of the most detailed and elaborate that I have ever seen in a VR game. The map is filled with different sorts of secret achievements and rewards. For example, you can complete timed parkour challenges where you're following a specific path aiming for the fastest time, and if you do, then you will receive a collectible. So there's not just the main quest that you can do in the game, but lots of different mini side quests that you can see on the map. By the way, they made an amazing way to get a bird's-eye view of the entire map of the city, which can help you find and get to some of the points of interest. Assassin's Creed Nexus adds many different ways to approach your enemies. You can play as a stealthy assassin, sneaking behind your guards and using your hidden blades to perform silent kills. And that feels pretty awesome because you need to physically flip your wrist, and is the best way to do it in VR.
This is gonna come handy.
Or you can face them in an elaborate melee combat. While Nexus was designed as a stealth-first game, the combat mechanics here are still very impressive and unique.
Oh wow. Was coming fast.
This is not just a smash until it stops moving kind of combat. Although you probably can just bash it chaotically, I still recommend taking advantage of this specific combat style of blocking the enemy's attacks by positioning your weapon at the opposite angle from your enemy's weapon. And then you need to time your strikes at the exact moments in combat that will result in the most damage. You can enable or disable the little hints that show you the angle of the incoming enemy blow that will help you position your own weapon at the right angle to block it. And occasionally you can also get opportunity windows between enemy attacks where you can strike them really hard.
Oh, nice.
Defend yourself!
So it is not designed to be a free-form combat, even though it can be if you want it to be, but it is more fun to play if you follow the game's combat strategy, because this game is designed to make you feel like a master assassin, and not just a weirdo who's waving his sword chaotically in VR. Beyond the gameplay, Assassin's Creed Nexus is a feast for your eyes. You'll be treated to a visually stunning experience. The game features incredibly detailed textures on characters, buildings, and environments. Each historical setting, whether it's Renaissance Italy or ancient Greece, comes to life with textures that showcase the craftsmanship of the time period. You'll see amazing reflections in water puddles, mirrors, and shiny surfaces, which makes it really hard to believe that you are playing a standalone game. You will also love the visibility in Assassin's Creed. Even distant objects and landmarks appear sharp and clear, which is particularly important for the long-distance parkour and rooftop running, iconic to the Assassin's Creed series. Attention to historical accuracy in architecture, clothing, and overall aesthetics is also meticulous. You're really feeling like you're being transported back in time to explore these historical settings. So the amazing graphics of an Assassin's Creed VR game that combine attention to historical detail and advanced graphical technologies, making it feel like you truly are a part of the Assassin's Creed universe. Thank you, Ubisoft, for sponsoring this video. Let me know your questions about the game and whether or not you're planning to get it on your quest. Thanks for watching, and see you next time!